Okay guys, today I'm going to show you how I got this miniature with an airbrush. Just have a look here, how I got it with all the highlights and everything using the airbrush. So how I got the midtones, highlights, using the reds and oranges and washing it. So I'll give you a complete video on how I go about doing that, and then we'll work on the details inside, you know, the chains and parchments and shoulders and everything. So yeah, so this is another one I've got, which I've undercoated with black. I'll just get that Vallejo primer, just undercoated it black with the airbrush, let that dry, and I'm going to use these 4 colors. So first I'm going to use corn red because that's the darkest of them all. Then I'm going to use Mephiston red to just bring out more of the highlights, and then Evil Sun's Scarl, I'm going to use that one to bring out more highlights, and then right at the end on the raised areas we're going to use Troll Slayer orange, grey orange. Oh, that's my airbrush compressor, and I'm going to use my Infinity CR Plus airbrush. We'll get started, yeah. So we'll base coat it. We'll start off with base coating corn red, so I'll get that ready. Okay, when I do the airbrush, get your flow improver out there, make sure you drop that in, need that, and the paint will run more quicker. Get your brush, get some of the paint out, put it in, mix it. Okay, this is my process that I use. I drop some down there. That's cool. Just give that little mix. Clean your brush. Test it out, see how it is. Give it a little pump back so the air comes out properly. And then right from the top down, you want the light hitting at the top down. So that's what we'll do, yeah? We'll just slowly build it. Relieving the trigger slightly, putting air out first and pushing the trigger back, and it's slowly building, as you can see there. And because we've got a black undercoat, we can leave shadows where they are. Just get a bit more paint coming out there. Even down here, from the top down. You put it at an angle from the top down. Already you can see hitting at the top down. So again, just control the trigger from the top down, even here. Getting the highlights in the right area on the feet. Just slowly building up, build it up in layers, you know, doesn't have to be too. Don't do it straight, press it straight out, because then it would blur out all the detail. Just slowly layering, this layering method, you know, and you can see it come on. The great thing about the airbrush, you can get nice transitions. And when you're painting it with a black undercoat, you can easily leave dark patches that work as your shadow there and there, down here. I'm going to put right in the bottom there, and the wrist as well at the top, the lights hitting the top. There. If you find the airbrush is spitting, just use this sponge, put a bit of airbrush cleaner in it so it's a bit moist, and then go back in from the top. There you go, it's getting a bit of a feel for it. On the knee pads, you can hit the top of the knee pads, and the face, you might want to get the middle of the helmet. There you go, the middle of there. So you've got a nice little solid base, red base there, see? pretty much, and then we can just add a bit more there, wherever you feel. Yeah, it doesn't matter where the light is, wherever it feels right for you, just put it there, man. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, as long as desired effect you like. On top of the hand there, so you see the transition. Top of the hand, top there. So that's pretty happy with that, yeah. And then right at the bottom here, maybe going up. Yeah, that's cool. A bit more around here. There you go. So that's like basis. That's the first coat, yeah? So we're gonna build up slowly. So we got that. And then we'll move on to Mephiston. So you get Mephiston. I've got a little water thing here at the bottom. Yeah, you can see it. And I've got a little bucket at the bottom of my desk with full of tissues and cardboards and stuff, and I use that. I'll show you, I'll do a little video on that. I use that to just spray out my stuff. Put this in. Okay, so again, same thing, airbrush flow. Put this in. Airbrush flow improver. Get a bit of Mephiston. Put it in like this, so you can see. I'm gonna use the brush, but you know. And then get a bit of tissue. Alright. Normally I wear a glove as well. Just keep that a mix. There you go. Wash your brush using this, yeah. This stuff. Again, spray it out. There you go. And then again, same thing. We're going over the top. So going over the highlights. Just over the highlights. There. Yeah. Just over the arm. There you go. Good. There. Just slowly building up on the knee pads at the top. At the top. And then just move the airbrush back once you've got enough paint on there. And then on the feet, get it on the feet here. Yeah, that's nice. See how that shines up? And don't worry if you put a lot. You can put a lot on, because when we wash this, it's gonna really bring it back down. So go a bit brighter than you normally would. Put it in the right areas. There you go. See that face? Yeah. So put it where you want in the right areas. Shoulder pads right at the top there. And over here too, see, you can see it coming up, and you can see the transitions, and the black is helping. See, the black is helping get that depth and there as well. See, it's very lightly. Let the airbrush do the work for you. All you're doing is controlling the trigger and moving it back and forth, as simple as that. And you decide how much paint you want on. There. Okay, so it's looking in the middle there, because you want the highlight to start in the middle, right? So you're in the middle there. I mean, you can have it where you want, but I mean, I'd like it in the middle. There. Oh, right there. Yeah. So you've got that in the middle, and there. Okay, that's fine. Some more here for you. Have a look around, see what you think. If you like it. You know, lights coming from the top. Might put a bit here. The elbow. That one, that looks good. Oh, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Put a bit at the bottom here. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Maybe at the back. There you go. Okay. So now you can see. Do a little bit under there. So if you look now, you can see it's slightly growing now, isn't it? The shades. So you're getting that kind of transitioning, going through dark to light. Okay, and then again, same thing. Get the water pump, clean it. clean it out. And then next we're going to move on to the evil shunt. This is going to be like more extreme highlight. So again, same thing. Get a tissue, try it out, get your paint out, clean it again. There's a little bit under there. Clean that, clean it out. Try it, tissue, airflow, flow improver, very important. Get this in here. Get mixing. Yeah, there you go. Mix it up. Okay, get this in. Sorry, brushing my mouse. Push it back. Clears a lot of the. I don't really like using that, but clears the airway. So you got. Oh, didn't clear it that much. I'll just put it back. Get this. That's better. If you get a problem like that with the bubbles, push it back. Should be alright. Alright, so just got that. This wasn't as tight, so if you tighten this a bit more, so you can see it's coming out. So then go over it. Oop. That's alright, it's not too bad. So we go over the highlight, just on the tips. You can just get it on the tips. Again on the top tips. See, it's already coming out. And you can just spread that out a bit. And there you go. Just use your trigger to control. There you go. And you can see it transitioning, and then you just move away depending on how much you want it on the hand. Just air and slight trigger. Yeah, air, push it back, push the trigger back. Then you can check it, how much is coming out. So from the top down. There you go from the top, feet, the shoulder there, maybe at the top of the head. There you go. There, see now it's starting to get more red, so again we'll just put a little bit there. Yeah, more, add a bit more here at the top. So you can go, don't be afraid to go a bit more than you have to, because like I said, the wash will bring it down. So if you look at that, that's a pretty good base we got on it. So now we'll use our final highlights, which is orange. So I'll get the orange. Get rid of this. Okay, so then same as before, same method. This is the method I use all the time. I learned to do the airbrush of Kenny Boucher, who's got a channel called Next Level Painting, and literally, I mean, I've been using the airbrush for what, a year now. I got it last year, and I've learned everything from him. So thanks, Kenny. Oh, you mate. Get a couple of yo dogs for me. And this is the Troll Slayer orange. So this is the last final extreme highlight. Yeah. There. So this is where we go in. Very slightly. All air. There you see shoulder pads coming through. Knee pads at the top. So you want it at the top. Right there. Top of the feet. Check as well. Bring it in closer. because it's just here. Top. So you're just building. It's just layers, really. That's all it is. You're building. Building up in layers. You can go a bit brighter if you want. Here, see? That's it. You can make it a bit fiery. At the top over here. There. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And the face. I want to work on the face a bit. There. The shoulders. So just back and forth. And the hands here. Maybe a bit down here. You might want to go a bit more. You can go extreme if you want on the face, because all of this will get pushed back by, like I said, the wash. The wash is quite strong. Yeah. So just get there. Poke it in a bit more highlights. A bit more sharper highlights if you like. There. So there as well. There. Top. So it might look like a lot, but trust me, it comes back down. There you go. So we've got a bit of a red ready going on, and if it still is not red enough, then you can always do the wash and go back, make it redder. So overall, you've got something that looks like the orangey red, depending on how you want it, but that's the overall highlights and everything you got. If you look at the one I've done, you can see the difference, but so if you play that one, look at that. In comparison, it's a bit more, say the highlights a bit more extreme on this, so I could still do a bit more orange. Go a bit more lighter, I could. So maybe we could try that, but it's quite, the tone is similar, but you can go back, put some reds in, make it a bit bright, build up with the reds, and then you can do orange again. But I quite like this. I think this has turned out alright. It's one of those darker kind of different shades of red, orange, space marine. So I might keep this one and see how it looks, because when you put the wash on, it will really go into the detail and bring a lot of the other detail out. So we'll see how it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to gloss it. So this is another technique I use, which is gloss varnish with the airbrush, and I leave it for about 2 hours, but really, to be safe, I leave it overnight so it dries, because I noticed after 2 hours when I put a wash on, the gloss kind of, you can see the layers flickering off. So I don't know whether this is gloss or what I'm using, but it's meant to be quick dry. But I notice if I leave it overnight, so normally I leave it overnight, wash it in the morning before I go to work, so it's dry when I come back. So that will be the next step. But we'll gloss it and let it dry, and then we'll come back and wash it. Alright, so that's how it looks after it's glossed. It's shiny, coming out a bit more, and we'll wash it next. Let that dry. Okay, this is how it looks, guys, when it's all washed. You can see it's all going to details. Come out pretty good. It's shiny because it's still got a gloss varnish on it. But you compare it to our other one, you can see there's a bit more highlight to this with the matte, and this has been matte varnished. So the knees have got more highlights. It's a bit more brighter. This is a bit more darker. But the highlights are still there. But you can always go back here, so you can see from the top. Yes.
bit more darker tone. But if you want to highlight, you can just go back in and spray, get a bit more highlights. But no, I like this dark kind of tone as well, so I might keep it like this just for the example. But if you want to add a bit more highlights, you can also always just go over and yeah, you know, just tweak it here and there. But for now, it's alright. I might matte it down and show you in the next video. Okay, cool.